Are you looking for ways to lose weight without spending all of your free time in the gym? Or perhaps eating salads for days on end? Or maybe even following some fad diet created by someone who has no clue how normal people actually eat? Well, if you are, you're in luck. Because over the next several minutes, I'm going to give you several tips on how you can do just that. Hi, I'm Dr. Krenn, board certified family physician, and I've followed these same tips myself and over 4 months lost 40 pounds. Before I get started, I hope you'll take some time to comment down below and let me know ways that you've tried to lose weight in the past and how successful you were. And while you're at it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel for more health tips in the future. And if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps other people see these videos too. All right, let's get started. Over the last 20 years, I've counseled thousands of people on how to lose weight, and I always start with simple math. You have to burn more calories than you eat in order to lose weight. Specifically, you have to burn about 500 to 1,000 extra calories per day, per week, to lose 1 pound. So how do you do that? Well, the first tip I have for you is to track your calories. I found that most people do two things wrong when they're trying to lose weight. Number one, they underestimate the amount of calories they're eating. And number two, they overestimate the amount of calories they think they're burning. By tracking your calories, both in and out, that will help you see just exactly where you're at. I recommend using a calorie tracking app, such as MyFitnessPal, to help track your calories, both in and out. And when you're doing that, be sure and be honest with portion sizes and any exercise that you actually get, because in the end, you're only cheating yourself if you're not. Next tip, control your portion size. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're eating in, you're going to want to use a smaller plate, such as a salad plate, instead of a larger dinner plate. This helps by tricking your brain into thinking that you're getting more food than you actually are. It allows your body to feel fuller faster. If you eat out, skip the large size. Try to go with the regular size or even a small size if you can find it. If you're eating in a restaurant that doesn't have that option, try to at least look for a lunch size portion. A lot of restaurants will allow you to order lunch-size meals even if it's dinner time. These are usually going to be smaller in size and ultimately less calories. If they don't have a lunch size available, then consider splitting the meal with someone else at your table, or ask for a to-go box right away when you receive your food and immediately put half of your meal in the to-go box and take it home for later. This is not only going to help you save calories, it's also going to help you save money too. By focusing on portion size, you can still eat the foods that you like, just not so much of them. That's usually where we get into problems. Next, don't skip meals. A lot of people are tempted to skip meals in order to control their calorie intake. This is a bad idea. When you skip a meal, number one, it slows down your metabolism, which has the opposite effect on helping you burn those extra calories. Number two, your body goes into starvation mode, and you actually start to crave food. So the next time you actually do eat, you end up eating more food than you really wanted or needed to. In that case, you've just added more calories than you saved by skipping the meal. You also want to try to avoid mindless eating. What do I mean by this? Try to avoid snacking when you really aren't hungry throughout the day. The food that you're eating is just excess calories that you really didn't need anyways. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't treat yourself. In fact, you should treat yourself, just not all the time, and you still want to control those portions when you do. Try putting unhealthy snacks out of easy reach, so you really have to be committed to that snack when you do. Because if you have it sitting right next to you, it's going to be too tempting, and you're going to be much more likely to eat it when you really don't need to. You'll want to do the same thing with sugar drinks too. These are just empty calories waiting to sabotage your progress. While the emphasis should be on eating less calories, that doesn't get you off the hook for eating better. There are several simple changes that you can make to improve the quality of your diet and trend towards a lower calorie, lower fat diet. The simple mnemonic that I teach people is if it swims or flies or grows out of the ground, as long as you don't deep fry it, bread it, or smother it in cheese, it's probably better for you to eat. So that's going to be things like chicken, fish, seafood, fruits and vegetables, again, as long as you don't make them unhealthy in the cooking process. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have the cheeseburger or the steak, but when you do, try to make healthier choices even within those, such as going for the filet or the sirloin over the T-bone or the ribeye. There are probably other simple, lower fat, lower calorie substitutions that you can make to help improve your diet while also making it not seem like you're actually dieting. You just have to look for them. Another tip that I frequently give people when trying to lose weight is to set realistic goals. And what I mean by that is don't set out with a goal to lose 100 pounds because it's not going to happen in a fast enough time frame, and you're just going to get frustrated and give up and go back to your unhealthy ways and gain every pound that you've managed to lose. So rather than set big, huge, lofty goals, I suggest you set smaller, more obtainable goals. Unfortunately, we live in a fast food society and we want it now. And weight doesn't always come off as fast as we want it to. But if you set more smaller, realistic goals, those are going to be easier to achieve, and it's going to keep you motivated to continuing down your path. So instead of setting that 50 or 100 pound goal, consider a 5 pound or a 10 pound goal and make sure it's in a reasonable time frame. Again, losing 1 to 2 pounds a week is pretty reasonable for most people. And of course, if you're really committed to losing a substantial amount of weight, then you really want to try to find some time to throw in some exercise. Again, calories in minus calories out. All right, I hope you found these tips helpful, and I really hope that you're successful in your weight loss goals. Please leave me some comments down below and let me know if you've come across things that you've done to help you lose weight that you can share with everybody else. All right, good luck on your weight loss journey, and remember, as always, be safe out there.